Hi little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here. Now, the title of this one, I have a feeling this video is going to be actually a very, very long video because I have a lot of tattoo ideas in here. And I'm not going to be showing them like on display on my computer like I normally would. Mainly because for one, they're currently hidden in a photo vault and I don't feel like exporting them back to my photos in order to airdrop them to my, I can actually airdrop them from here. Still not going to do it though, because my other reason is I have a video currently on Filmora that has images from a previous video that you guys have already seen. It was my Disneyland trip video and that's currently taking up a lot of space. So I'm just not going to do it. Instead, I'll just show you it like here so you guys will still be able to see it. Anyway, so there are 35 photos in here. Not all of them are mine. Which I'll kind of skip over those. But the first ones we're going to go over is the tattoo idea that I have with Harley Baby. So it's a friendship tattoo, and it takes 2 quotes from each of our favorite movies. So my half is going to be, "Who here would ever understand?" And then hers is going to be, "That someday I'll be part of your world." Now the problem is, Harley Baby told me recently that Little Mermaid, that like Ariel is starting to be kind of erased from her favorite Disney princess memory because, well, not memory, but like archive, because of how badly Disney has butchered her. At least this is Harley Baby's words, not mine. How badly Disney has butchered her with the live action and what they're kind of doing with her. You know, and if any of you feel the same way, I don't unfortunately sympathize because Aurora is my favorite and the only thing she's been in is Maleficent, and that more never concerned me in terms of how they portrayed Aurora because I thought she was perfect. It was more the issue that people had with Angelina Jolie as Maleficent. So my half is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, while her half is from The Little Mermaid. I'm hoping that she is still okay with getting these tattoos, even though Ariel is kind of teetering being her favorite Disney princess. The next tattoo is a 2-parter tattoo, which I'll get to the second part eventually, but the first part is this beautiful Mickey castle that is for my father. The reason why is because when I was younger, I've had a past ever since I was a kid. And my parents would take me as often as they could, especially my dad. During the school year, he would take me on Sundays, first thing in the morning. We'd get there at rope drop, and then we'd have breakfast somewhere. We'd go on big rides like Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain, and then we would get a turkey leg and come home by about 1 p.m., and it was perfect. Because of those wonderful memories I have with my father, during the summer, we would go on Wednesdays after 5 p.m., so we would, again, get dinner, tackle some big rides, watch the fireworks, and then go home. So because of that, that's the tattoo I'm getting for him. And again, there's a part 2 to this, but I'll get there eventually. These next 3 are, I might again have to change Ariel, but I will talk to Harley Baby about that. These next 3 are mine, Harley Baby, and hubby's favorite princesses. So they have very significant meaning to me because Harley Baby and hubby are 2 of my favorite people in the world, and they mean the absolute most to me. So I'm getting a silhouette of Aurora, and then a silhouette of Tiana, and then a silhouette of Ariel. May change to Merida or Jasmine. We're not sure yet, but for now, this is what we're sticking with. The next tattoo is also a 2-parter, and the next part is on the next page anyways. So this one I had been keeping in my back pocket ever since Luis and I got back together 5 years ago. And I asked him if he wanted to do something like this, and he said he was all for it. So we're going to be getting these tattoos not this year, but I don't think next year either. I think next year I'm getting a different tattoo. So in the next 2 years, we're getting this tattoo. So it's a half Jack, half Sally tattoo. I'm getting the Sally half while he's getting the Jack half. And then our anniversary of when we got back together dating is going to go above that. This one's a Freddy Krueger tattoo because I absolutely love Freddy Krueger. He is one of my favorite, well, he is my favorite slasher in any horror genre or any horror movie. So I'm hoping to get a Freddy Krueger tattoo. So this is the second part of the Disney tattoo, the castle tattoo. This is my favorite Walt Disney quote. It's "Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever." That is essentially what I learned going to Disneyland with my dad all those times. So this next one is involving mine, Harley Baby's, and hubby's favorite villains. So while we're also doing the princesses, we're also going to do the villains. So my favorite is Hades. Hubby's is Maleficent. I had to choose between her and Dr. Facilier, and I asked him, like, which one would you prefer, and he said Maleficent. And then the next one is Ursula for Harley Baby. This was kind of a tough one because she has a lot of favorite Disney villains. Again, at the time, since Little Mermaid technically is still her favorite princess movie, I'm still going to stick with Ursula, and it still seems like Ursula's her favorite villain, so we'll just stick with that. The next one is my Five Nights at Freddy's tattoos because these are my favorite characters from Five Nights at Freddy's. So this one is Foxy, and this is all over the FNAF franchise. So we'll get back to the other two later. I'm getting an LGBTQIA+ heart on my right wrist at some point. And then this is Vanny. So she's also going to be part of the FNAF group. And then this is Circus Baby. She's also going to be part of the FNAF group. I really love this outline of her. It's very like simple and almost look like a child drew it, which is very, you know, appropriate given the story of the FNAF franchise. And this is my bisexual pride tattoo that I'm getting this year, and it's going to be going on my left wrist because the left wrist has a connection to, well, I mean, all of your veins have a connection to the heart, but the left one is basically where your heart is. And since I am bisexual, that's where it's going. This one's my Tim Burton tattoo that I'm getting on my ribs. Y'all know that Tim Burton is my absolute favorite director. He's had a huge impact on my life. And, you know, you guys remember the Chris Sarandon cameo video that I showed you guys. If you haven't seen that one yet, I'm going to link it below so you guys can watch it. But I'm getting this tattoo on my ribs as soon as I lose the weight that I want to lose. So this next one is for a few years down the line after hubby and I have been married, about 5 years. So we're getting this heart with the 2 rings. And then we're getting our wedding date below it. Or like above it, and then we're getting the last name tattooed below it. This is my Miles Morales tattoo that I'm getting next year. I'm very excited for this one. This is really one of the only Marvel characters that I have absolutely fawned over. Not to really bash on any other Marvel character, but this is the only like Marvel series, the Miles Morales movie series, that has gotten me to cry, get excited, get goosebumps. Basically how most Marvel fans feel watching every movie, this is how I've felt watching these movies. And I am stupid excited for the movie next year. I'm so sad that it's ending. At least maybe I hope it's not the end. But when we saw the amazing, like, Across the Spider-Verse movie, I did not want it to end. So Miles Morales is oh my god, I can't. I gotta stop before I lose track of this video. This is my One Republic tattoo that I'm getting. So I'm not gonna get the lettering that's up here. I'm just gonna get the splatter right here because this is from the album Waking Up, and it is actually my favorite album because it has the song Secrets, and that song basically helped me get through most of high school, especially during my worst times. And when we saw them in concert, this song got me to buckle and cry, and this was the only song I was able to sing all the way through, and I'm still getting choked up right now, so we're gonna continue. This is a breast cancer tattoo that I'm getting for my abuelita, may she rest in peace. I have the uterine cancer one for my aunt. It faded, so I'm just going to get the outline with the word uterine. This one's obviously pink, so it's going to be a little bit easier. We can make it a little darker if need be. And then the next one is the lung cancer awareness. It's white, so I'm just gonna have her or whoever do the outline and put lung cancer awareness below it. That's what we're doing. And then this one, I believe is for throat cancer if I remember correctly, so it's red to silver. So I might have my tattoo artist do gray, like a lighter gray here instead of white, so I don't completely lose my shit getting this tattoo. I really gotta remember my research on what I did for these. I believe one of these is, I can't remember. This is another one. Educate me in the comments below, please. I did do my research before saving these. I just don't remember what I saved them for. Please educate me in the comments, and you can also yell at me. I'm very sorry that I'm forgetting what these stand for. This one I ended up doing after, I ended up really contemplating this during a solo trip. I really love the movie Coco. It has literally taken the #1 spot for my favorite Pixar movie. Bugs Life has now been bumped down to #2. Reason why is because when I was watching the PhilharMagic that we have here in DCA, they added a Coco scene, I believe last year, and I remember when I first watched it, I absolutely sobbed at the imagery. And Coco is the only Disney movie that I have watched more than one time in theaters, and this ended up being a 4-time viewing. So I figured because of how much it hit me and has significance to me, especially with Dia de los Muertos, I consider that such a beautiful holiday, and I'm very much outcasted for thinking that death is beautiful, because a lot of people who don't really celebrate Dia de los Muertos or don't have a type of tradition in their culture that signifies death in a beautiful way, it's very hard for them to understand. I'm getting this tattoo, and then I really wanted to make all this a sleeve, but I'm kind of second guessing it, so I may end up deleting this one, because if I was gonna do a sleeve, this would be what the background is. I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. This one is Billy the Puppet. The Saw franchise is obviously my favorite franchise. By the time you guys have watched this, I have already gone to see the new movie, but as of filming, I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited for it. So I'm gonna get a Billy the Puppet tattoo at some point. And then this is an Ice Nine Kills tattoo. I'm still going to sit on this one for a little bit, for a few years, just because I don't want to end up getting it and then maybe not liking the band in the future. But this was really the only band I really enjoyed when Luis was telling me about the Metallica 72 tour. And this was the only band that I was really looking forward to seeing. So when I ended up missing them on the day that I was supposed to be there, we actually ended up seeing them on that Tuesday. You guys, I don't know if you guys see my community post, but go check it out. I was so stoked to see these guys, so hopefully I'll get this tattoo. Maybe, maybe not. It's still kind of a shot in the dark, up in the air thing. How I never thought to get a Max and Powerline tattoo is beyond me. So my plan is to get Max here, just Max, and then have the Powerline symbol behind him. I thought that would be so cool. And that is literally all the ideas I have for my tattoos. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have tattoos that you are super proud of, let me know what they are in the comment section down below. And even DM me with photos. I would love to see those photos in my DMs and what inspired you to get these tattoos. How many do you have? How many do you want? Do you want more? Are you comfortable with where you are? Please tell me all details in the comments below. And again, please no judgment for anyone who has tattoos. I know tattoos can be very taboo to some people. For those of you who are leaving comments and who wish to comment on other people's comments, please be friendly. Please don't pass judgment, because it's not your body, it's theirs, and you can't really do anything about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, little skeletons. Please stay safe. I love you guys.